What if our next home lies millions of miles away, on a completely different planet? Yes, we're talking about Mars. This red sphere in the sky has captured human fascination for centuries, and now it's considered the next frontier for colonization. But why Mars? What makes it so special? Well, it's not just about the proximity. Mars shares some striking similarities with Earth. For starters, a day on Mars, or a sol, is just over 24 hours, making it very similar to our own 24-hour day. And just like Earth, Mars has a tilted axis. This tilt causes Mars to have seasons much like ours, though they last nearly twice as long. These similarities, combined with its intriguing landscape, make Mars a prime candidate for exploration and ultimately colonization. So Mars appears to be our best bet for a second home, but when did NASA get interested in Mars? It all started in the 1960s when NASA's Mariner missions first explored Mars. The initial interest was sparked by the allure of the unknown, a new frontier awaiting our footsteps. The Mariner missions were a series of unmanned spacecraft that undertook the task of photographing the Martian surface, providing us with the first close-up images of the red planet. Then came the Viking missions in the mid-1970s, taking our exploration a step further. Not only did they capture stunning images, but they also performed experiments to search for signs of life. A fascinating discovery from these missions was the evidence of water in Mars' past, a key ingredient for life as we know it. The thin atmosphere of Mars was another intriguing finding, hinting at the planet's potential for future colonization. These missions sparked interest and paved the way for future exploration. But what's NASA's current plan? NASA's current plan is ambitious, to say the least. The Artemis program, a cornerstone of NASA's current strategy, aims to send humans back to the moon. But this isn't just a repeat of the Apollo missions from the 60s. The goal is to establish sustainable human presence on our lunar neighbor. Why the moon, you ask? Well, it's the perfect testing ground for technologies and strategies that will be vital for surviving on Mars. This brings us to the Mars 2020 mission and its star player, the Perseverance rover. After a 7-month journey, Perseverance touched down in the Jezero crater in February of 2021. It's been hard at work ever since, exploring the Martian surface, collecting samples and paving the way for future human exploration. Now, let's talk about the future. NASA has plans, big plans. The year 2033 is marked on the calendar for the first manned mission to Mars. It's not going to be just a quick visit either. The objective is to establish a permanent, self-sustaining colony. Sounds like science fiction, doesn't it? But with the rate of technological advancements, it's becoming increasingly feasible. The colonization process will be gradual. Initial missions will focus on setting up basic infrastructure and life support systems. Later missions will expand these systems and begin the process of terraforming. That's the sciencey term for making Mars more Earth-like. NASA is also working on ways to grow food on Mars, recycle resources, and generate oxygen. These technologies are crucial for long-term survival. After all, we can't keep sending supplies from Earth forever. And let's not forget about the science. Mars is a treasure trove of information about the early solar system. There's even the tantalizing possibility that Mars once harbored life, or perhaps still does. The more we learn about Mars, the closer we get to answering some of humanity's biggest questions. These missions are more than just exploration. They're about making Mars a second home for humanity. So we've come a long way in our quest for Mars colonization. NASA's sights are set on the red planet, not just out of curiosity, but with the vision of creating a new home for humanity. This audacious goal, however, is not without its challenges. The Artemis program, a stepping stone on this path, aims to establish a sustainable human presence on the moon to prepare us for the trials of Mars. The Martian environment, with its unique hurdles, requires the development of technologies for sustainable agriculture, oxygen generation, and resource recycling. As we gear up to conquer these challenges, NASA's research on the effects of long-duration space travel on the human body will prove invaluable. But Mars isn't merely a colonization project. It's a treasure trove of secrets about our solar system and potentially about life itself. As we continue to push the boundaries of human exploration, Mars beckons us with the promise of a new frontier. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey.